Hi, I'm Bannister, a graphic designer based in Coventry. I have always been a creative individual right from an early age. It began with drawing and painting and then progressed to models and sculptures. As technology advanced, I ventured into graphic design and the endless possibilities of what design software can do. I currently undertake in-house marketing and advertising design work for a small company based in Warwick. My day-to-day design work can consist of designing social posts, brochures, signage, PDF documents, email templates and posters. Alongside my day job, I am studying for a degree in graphic design. This is so I can continue to learn and advance in my design career. Many larger companies now want to see that you have been able to commit to a long-term learning programme and won't even consider you for the role unless you have a degree. Despite how good you are, sometimes it's just about ticking boxes for HR. I have a number of creative skills and consider myself to be a well-rounded creative individual. I'm an artist, designer, sculptor and photographer. My design style can vary, however I'd say that the two most dominant styles are creativity and minimalism. I like to apply creative solutions to design problems in a minimalistic way. I want my work to make a lasting impression on people. You know, when you look or see something and you think, that's really clever, why didn't I think of that? I want other designers to be inspired by my work like I am also inspired by many designers. I can design for print, digital or analogue pieces. The form doesn't really matter to me as long as I can employ an unusual line of thinking to the overall design. However, if I did have to choose a preferred design style, I would say either analogue or print would be my favourite. I like to be able to feel the design and the textures it offers. It feels a higher quality to me if I can physically feel it. I also think there's something magical about designing something on screen and seeing it in its final physical self. People nowadays are interested in being more sustainable, and in turn this means the need for printed marketing and advertising designs are becoming less and less. This doesn't really worry me, as there will always be a need for physical designs, especially when it comes to product and packaging. Can you even imagine Apple posting out their products with no packaging? I don't even know how that would be possible without any damage to their products. They wouldn't want to risk devaluing their brand and reputation. Anyway, being able to design for all forms puts me in a good position for the current and future of design. My design process is what enables me to produce successful designs. I have a clear process that I follow each time I am presented with a brief. I first take some time to understand and dissect the brief, asking any questions that may help me understand what is required in more detail. Clearing up any questions at the beginning helps save time and confusion later down the line. I then think about the audience, writing down all their key characteristics, ages, ethnicities, education, income, likes and dislikes. Anything that will help me to think like them so that I know how to design for them. After this, I like to look for some creative inspiration and design some mood boards to give me a starting point for my ideas. I then draw, sketch and scribble down my ideas. Anything that comes into my head, I make sure I have lots of different options so that I can whittle them down later. These initial sketches are so important. They help me think creatively and more often than not, one sketch idea leads to another sketch idea. From these sketches, I select a few to take forward and abandon the others, for the time being that is. I prototype, design and refine these ideas, some to almost the final piece. This allows me to really see if the idea will work or to uncover any issues that I may not have thought of previously. Now is also a good time to gather feedback from my target audience, to gather their opinions on the prototype. It helps me obtain a feeling as to how the final piece will be received. If none of these prototypes are successful, I can then always revert back to my initial sketches. After the feedback has been gathered, I refine again until I have the final design. I'd like to progress my career as a creative individual, perhaps in a small company where I can be a senior graphic designer, either in marketing and advertising or products and packaging design, these two areas where I feel my style fits best. Smaller companies have less rules and typically you have more freedom as to what you can get away with. I'd like to really be able to put my mark on a company and for them to let me do my thing. I don't think working full-time as a freelance designer is for me, although the odd bit of freelance would be good. It's not dealing with the clients that puts me off. I actually have great people and customer service skills, but it's more designing alone that I don't like. I'm a sociable person and need other creative minds to bounce off. Creative people think differently to other people. It's a skill in its own right.